Many people ask me, how do you give an example of a creative teaching? My friends, I have a lovely analogy for you to understand. I love this so much. Please think of a mother teaching the child to walk. It's a very easy example for all us to visualize. Please visualize. 11-month-old child or a 12-month-old child starts walking. The child stands up and falls down so many times. The mother decides to help the child. Can you imagine what the mother does? First of all, when the child stands up, mother bends down and holds the hand. Remember these steps I am trying to mention. Mother bends down to hold the child. To what height the mother bends down? To any height that is comfortable for the mother? No. She bends down to a height comfortable for the child. Second one, how is she holding the hand? Too tight? No, it hurts the child. Too loose? No, hand drops off. Then what is the correct way? Mother holds the hand with an appropriate pressure. Not hard enough to hurt the child, but not loose enough to drop the hand. There is an appropriate pressure. And third step is, mother walks with the child. At what pace she walks? She can walk at a much faster pace. She won't walk. If she walks faster, she would be dragging the child. Sometimes the child runs. The mother has to run. That means the mother adjusts her pace to suit the pace of the child. My friend, please listen to them. Very interesting. 3 aspects in that. One is bending down to suit the height of the child. Second is the way she holds the hand. And third is at what pace she walks. Apply these 3 things to the classroom situation or the teaching process. Now, you may be a D.Litt, you may be a doctorate with so much research publications to your credit. It is of no use if you cannot come down to the level of the student. If the student cannot understand what are you teaching, the purpose of teaching is wasted. Therefore, the first point is the content, academic content. In fact, I know of an institution, and there are 2 professors in a department of English. First one has done his PhD in some other country, very high qualifications, lot of publications and books to his credit. His language is superb. He is one of the best professors I have seen. And in the same department there is another young man who has done some PG degree from some university around and is okay, comfortable, not very high flying. I was talking to the students and asked them, how do you find the English classes? The student said, sir, my senior professor is so good, superb, sir. His English is so beautiful, language is so superfluous, fantastic language, but we don't understand, sir. The second one is very comfortable, sir, we understand what he teaches. Now tell me, who became successful? It is not the content that you have is important, my friends. It is the way you make it understandable to the child. I'll give an example. Remember, we always blame the students and say, oh, this boy is very dull. This boy is very intelligent. How do you make a remark like that? I'll compare this to another analogy. Imagine your car or a scooter doesn't start in the morning. For 1 week it doesn't start in the morning. You take it to the garage, tell the mechanic it is not starting in the morning. He says, okay, leave it for 2 days, let me have a thorough checkup. 3rd day morning you go there and imagine the mechanic says, what kind of car is this? Doesn't start in the morning at all. Do you feel happy about the remark? On the contrary, you feel angry. You tell him, gentlemen, I know it doesn't start. Because it doesn't start, I brought it to the garage. And if you tell me the car doesn't start, it's not a great news. That means you can't repair it. You keep the car in your garage for 3 days and declare the car is not good enough. The car did not fail, the mechanic failed. Apply the same logic to the classroom, to the education process. We go to the class and teach the child for 1 full year, and at the end of the year give a certificate, this fellow cannot understand. The boy did not fail, I failed. The reason is, the moment the boy sat in the class, he declared, I do not know, teach me. If you knew already, why would you in my class? Therefore, my friends, I have the responsibility. The onus is on me to make the content simple so that the child can understand. Therefore, the first one, remember the analogy, the mother coming down to the height of the child is compared to the teacher reducing his content level to suit the understanding of the child. First one. Second one, at what pressure the mother holds the hand. Does she apply very high pressure or lose it too loose? This is the classroom management for a teacher. You would have seen yourself, there are many teachers with different classroom management styles. Some teachers are so strict in the class, sometimes strict to the extent of being called as harsh. They don't allow the child to turn the head this way or that way. They want the class to be disciplined and very obedient in the class. They are so rigid that the learning cannot happen. And some people, the class is so relaxed, it is chaotic. There's such a noise in the class, even you can't have the class in the next room. These are the two extremes. Both are not appropriate. As I told you, mother holds the hand with the right kind of pressure, not too tight and not too loose. Similarly, your classroom management should be such. It should not be too rigid to stop the child from learning, not too loose that the class becomes chaotic and no learning happens. You must use the appropriate technique, not enough, too much pressure, not too less pressure, appropriate pressure so that the child can learn. This is the classroom management. And third and most important one is the pace at which the mother walks. It can be compared to the pace at which the syllabus is covered in the class. The content delivery, as I call it. Please watch. All of us have some favorite topics to teach. When you are teaching the favorite topic, your face blooms and you are joyous. You explain in great detail. Explain everything in detail. The next chapter, I don't like it so much. What I do? I run through it very fast. Some chapters I explain in great detail, some I rush through. This is not the pace at which child can walk. It is like, imagine mother runs for some time and stops for some time, the child will be very uncomfortable. My teacher used to give the analogy. Imagine you are traveling by the bus, you are standing there and the driver is an interesting character. He applies the accelerator, bus goes fast, he stops with the brake. Accelerates and stops, accelerates and stops. What will happen to you in the bus? By the time you reach back home, your back starts aching. Journey is not comfortable. Same thing happens to the psychology of the child. You are going very fast and very slow, very fast and very slow. Therefore, my friends, creative teaching is all about these three things. One is, you may be a genius, but make an effort to come down to the level of the child. Second is, you must manage your class in such a way that it is neither chaotic nor too rigid. And third, deliver the lecture, deliver the content at an appropriate place, appropriate speed, so that the child will not feel uncomfortable. These are the three things, please see.